Hello, Nidhi. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
Fine.
Okay, so can we start?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay, so just start with your quick introduction and what your skill and where you are strong in full stack development. So, yeah, please start.
Hello, myself Nidhi. I've been done the diploma from information technology. Right now, I'm pursuing the Bachelor of Engineering in Information Technology. My area of interest is for a full stack web development, but right now, currently, I'm focusing onto the designing. And after once I'm done with the designing, I go for the development. That's it.
Okay, so since you are interested in full stack development, so what do you know about the web-based full stack development? So, what skill that developer required?
Yes. Full stack development involves the developing the both front end and back end web development applications, websites at the same time. This is basically processed into the three layers, presentation layers, in which the front end part responsible for the user experience, and the business logic layer in which the backend parts refers the server side applications and database and all, and the third is database layer. So
Okay. And what tools are using for full stack developer, web development?
uh, for a web development, um, to editing the code or to writing the code, we can use the Visual Studio. And for that, we need one web browser in which we can get output or we can run our application. For more in advance, we need GitHubs, and for the documentations, website documentation related websites.
Okay, good. And you tell that basically in the web development we need application backend programming knowledge. So what
Yes.
languages you basically require for the front end framework?
Yeah. For a front end, the basic to displaying the content of our websites, we can use the HTML, or it is mandatory to use the HTML. After that, to give the beautiful look of our websites, we can use the CSS as well as the Bootstrap for the fast responsiveness. And there is also on the recent CSS animations and all are present. So this is also important. And after that, to giving the responsiveness of our websites, we can use the JavaScript.
Okay, okay. So do you know Bootstrap, AngularJS, React.js, JavaScript?
JavaScript, can you repeat, please?
Do you know this frameworks Bootstrap, AngularJS, React.js, JavaScript, Python, PHP,
Uh,
HTML? Which language you aware about?
Actually, yes, I'm aware about the all the things, but in the more depth, I know the PHP, React, and JavaScript. On the PHP is basically used for the Laravel, and it is the most efficient scripting language, which is used for the backend or we can say server side, as well as the JavaScript. It can be used for the front end and back end both side, and it is also give the best responsiveness to the our web application. And React is also same.
So Nidhi, do you aware about the continuous integration? Hello.
Uh, Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, Vidhi. So do you
Yes.
know about the continuous integration?
Yes, yes. Continuous integration is a practice where the developer integrated code into the shared repository regularly to detect the problem easily. Contiguous CI is the process involve the automatic tools that start new codes and before the integration. So it is basically such kind of a tool in which the problems can be easily identified by the multiple users.
Okay. Okay. And do you know what is the difference between get and post method?
Yes, get method is these both methods are used when we are using the forms into the HTML and the CSS to redirect the our form from one pages to another pages. We can use these both methods, and which is mandatory as well. So get method is more secure rather than the post method, because in the get method where when we are uh, passing the URL, the all data which we are entered into the form is to be visible into the address. So it is not in terms of the security purpose, it is not
Okay.
more secure.
Yeah. Get is basically used for the getting the data. Post basically used for the uploading the data. So that's the basic main difference. Security
Okay.
wise, we
Yes.
can see the different parameter, but the fundamental is getting data and posting data. Okay, no problem. Nitin, do you want to start?
Yeah. So Vidhi, I send one link in chat box. Can you just open it and share the screen?
Okay.
Okay. So can you write a basic structure of HTML?
Yes. Um, this is the basic HTML starting and the ending tag. Besides this, I am writing head tag, and this is the ending of the head tag. Between these, I am going to write a title, which is shows when we are running our web application. So, for example, I'm giving the title name trip. So, this is the title. After that, the body in which we are providing the content. Let's say I'm taking one tag H1, which is known as a heading tag, and I'm writing something. Hello, this is a trip website.
Okay. So in body, make one table that have a three
Okay,
column. One is serial number, another is place name, and another is country name.
okay. So for that, first I'm roughing it. For the table, we need to use the table tag. So I'm taking one table tag. Besides this, I'm taking a tr, which is known as a table row, to display the row of the table. And between these, I'm taking table trth tag, which is known as a table heading tag. And I'm writing some data or giving the heading. Let serial number. Second is name. So
Second
another
place
one.
and third one is country.
Okay, okay. Name, and third is again th, which is country.
Can you please tell me the difference between th tag and td tag?
Yes, th tag is basically table heading tag. That means whenever we wanted to give the heading in front of the table, so the text which is we are giving into the heading tag, that are more highlighted rather than the text we are giving inside the td tag. Td is basically used for the table data. In
Okay.
this case, where we are giving the serial number, if I am giving serial number 1, 2, 3, if name is XYZ ABC, country is India, so these are the data of the particular table.
Okay, in that table, can you just put two, three row for dummy data?
Okay. So for that, once again, I'm using tr tag to adding a new row inside the table, and now I'm taking td tag, and inside I'm one um, name xyz, and let's say country India. Again, one more row I'm adding. For that, once again, I'm taking table row tag, which is known as tr tag, and inside that, I'm again entering three more data for a new row. So for that, I'm taking again table data. Let's say two.
Recording stopped.
Done.
Okay. Can you just write a syntax of call span? Only syntax.
Yeah. For okay. For example, we wanted to give this as a single column. So for that, we are using call span equal to 2 in double quotation. So this is the
Okay. Can you please tell me the how we add a JavaScript file externally?
okay. So basically, there are the two ways to connecting the JavaScript. First is the internal and second is the external. For the first, we can add the script tag. Let's say I'm showing the syntax script tag, and another is to adding the external .js file uh, besides the HTML file.
Okay.
So this is the
So
basically two ways.
right. And what about CSS?
To adding the CSS, there are the three ways. First is the internal, inline, and the external.
Okay.
Inline is when we are adding the style in particular line for the particular line only. Internal is to adding the CSS inside the HTML, but not for the particular line. For the particular, for example, we are giving the CSS to this all th, then the that particular CSS is providing to the all th, and external is to adding the another file besides the HTML with respect to .css extension.
Okay. Can you please write a JavaScript code that prints a 1 to 10 numbers using for loop?
Yeah. For that, we are taking one variable, variable I, or else we are taking directly for where I equal to, we are starting from the 0, I less than or equal to 10, and we are increasing it. And now, okay, so we are printing this, we can print using console.log and I, and another way to printing inside alert and I.
Okay. So can you please tell me the what's the difference between where and let keyword?
Yes. Where is basically declared without initialization. Where and the let is the scope of the let variable is block of the scope. It can be updated but cannot be real declared once we are declared it. Where variable is it can be updated and redeclared into the scope. It can be declared without initialization. It can be accessed without initialization, and its default value is undefined. And hosting done with the initializing with the default values. Whereas on the let variable, it can be declared without initialization. It cannot be accessed without initialization. Otherwise, there will be a reference error and hosting is done, but not initialize. This is the reason for the error when we access the let variable before initialization.
Okay. So can you please tell me the what is this keyword?
Yes, this keyword is when we are using. Uh, for that, first, may I stop the screen sharing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. Huh. The this keyword is when we are using when the two names with the same name. For example, before the method in any programming, we taking the name variable, and inside the method we also taking the name variable. So to reduce the collision of the two variables, we are using the this keyword. In the more programmatic way, to referencing a same object, we using the this keyword.
Okay. And what are different data type present in JavaScript?
Yes, there are totally two different type, major two different type of data types available. First is primitive, second is non-primitive. On a primitive, there are the function, unit, characters, integral, integers, etc. And on a name, non-primitive, there are the strings, arrays, etc.
What are the difference between server side scripting and client side scripting?
Yes. Server-side scripting is basically kind of the backend thing, and the client-side scripting is in the client-side scripting, user will interact with the computer and the PC. So, for example, we are writing a PHP code, and then we are sending back the request to the server. So the return code is from the client side, and the, whatever the request for the services is from the server side.
JavaScript is used in client side scripting or server side scripting.
For both side scripting, client as well as server.
And yeah, in client side, it's secure or in insecure.
For a client side, it is less secure as compared to the server side because the client side, if the data is more case sensitive and we are, if our code can be non-secure, then there is so many chances to be chances that our code can be a malwarious or that cannot be a secure.
Okay. So Vijay, do you want to ask something?
Yeah, Vidhi. Vidhi, can you just tell me what's your hobbies part, personal level?
Yes, sir. First of all, the main hobby is to exploring the new things. Apart then, there is I used to read a book a lot. Then to exploring the new things, traveling as well, and to giving the presentations and in terms of the contribution personality development, which is my more interest area of interest. That's it, sir.
Okay. And can you please tell me your strengths?
Strength is as per my hobbies. I'm able to speak into the public in the any languages or to the represent myself in the any terms. And I have the experience to giving the public pitch representation on the Surat NIT College, SVNIT College, and I have been first runner-up in this particular college. So this is a big strength I can say.
Okay. So thanks, Nidhi. Thanks for your time. And this is completely a very good interview throughout this full stack development. Uh, we look forward to some more interviews to professional level. And basically, we are going to multiple subscriber to get in touch with us, and we'll select them and we'll go for the individual experiential interview. So yeah, so I request to all other subscriber, they can contact us and can comment over the videos, and we'll definitely connect with you. So we can have multiple level or multiple experience level. We can have the interviews. So thanks, Nitin.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.